everybody, welcome back. This week I have a by request workout. Actually, it's not even a workout. It's just a little few exercises you can throw into any workout you're doing, and we're focusing on obliques. The obliques are those wonderful muscles that run along the side of your body as part of your trunk and your core. All right, I'm gonna show you 3 different exercises you can do. If you really want to crush things out, I'm gonna intermix those with some just general abdominal area exercises as well. So kind of take this, again, like I said, as a portion of what you might do for a full workout, or if you've just got, a few minutes of the day and you wanna work some strong core muscles, this would be a great thing to do as well. So let me put this down and show you what we've got and what we're doing today. All right, the first exercise I bring you is the wood chopper using an EQ. So this one, I'm going to tell you, is going to literally work your entire core. A lot of times, I bumped the weight up recently with some weights at the gym, and I went a little too heavy and I could really feel it in my back. So kind of be mindful of that. But essentially, you're going to hold that EQ like this, okay? And you'll take it up to one side, then you just simply swing it down and pull it back up again. So swing down and pull up. And as you swing down, keep those abs tight. Pull up using your upper back and shoulders. All right, we're gonna go for 4. I don't know how many we're doing, we'll see. 5, 6, let's do 10. 7, 8, so 2 more. 9, 10, and of course, what you should have been feeling there, a little bit on this side and the back side of your body and a little bit on this side of the right side of right and left. There we go. So now you have to do the other side to even yourself out. Okay, take it up just like this, reach it up to the opposite side, swing it down, pull it back up. Okay, the other thing to keep in mind, every time you reach it back up, you want to feel that stretch. All right, that's 4. So in this case, I'm swinging up to the left, and I can feel that stretch on the right side. 7, we're going to 10, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. All right. So I said we're going to intersperse these oblique exercises with some good strong core. So of course I'm going to drop this down on the ground. I'm going to drop the camera down. Let's all meet down on the ground. All right, so we just finished those wood choppers. Hold this out into a plank. All right, now what I wanted to do in this plank, because you all should know by now I'm a huge fan of planks, and since today's focus is on obliques, we're just gonna hold this. Honestly, I don't know how long I'm holding it for right now. So if you're in that plank with me, just stay there, okay? And later we can go back and look at the timing and see how well we did in our beautiful plank. So a couple things to notice when you're in a plank is I'm using my bars here, just because, I don't know, I kind of like the feel of them. And I found that people who really bother their wrists, you can actually turn your hands like this and make it more of a kind of natural form for your hands on the bars, whereas on the ground, you're just going to be completely flat with that kind of broken wrist. The other thing is, make sure your shoulders are over your hands. So if you find yourself here, that's going to put more pressure on your shoulders, but we want that plank position right here. And then ideally your heels are pressing back, your thighs are tight, your abs are tight. All right, holding that, we're doing fantastic right now. Let's drop that right hip down 8 times. Here we go, drop it down for 8. 7, 6, 5, and I do have to move my feet quite a bit. 3, 2, and 1, fantastic. Go back to that plank, hold it nice and strong still. Check if you need to move those feet, kind of get back into position. Now we're going to go for 8 to the left side. So get ready. Here we go. Drop it down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again, hold that plank right here. Again, adjust where you need to be. Okay, you've got, well, we'll just go for another, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that down. Now, from here, we're going back to completely oblique focused exercise. Set that aside. And grab a nice fit ball. Woohoo! I haven't done a lot with this lately, just because I use it upstairs in the office, but I thought today would be fun to break it out. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna lay on that ball. Take those feet out so you stay in one place, and get it so you're kind of draping over, so you're just relaxed, hanging out like this. Okay, one of the hardest things to do is make sure your feet are not going to slide. And what's fun about this is, where I am, I have one foot on the concrete and one foot on my mats, so we'll see how I do here. All right, so find that solid position. I am sliding all over the place. I don't have a solid position. Anyway, my hand is here and it's just resting. It's basically just going to help me stay there. I'm going to use this side obliques to bring myself up and back down. Whew. Come up and back down. Now, ideally, again, your feet are going to be where they need to be, and you can kind of come up and down without having any of that movement. Okay, I don't know if you can see, if you can tell, I'm really not using my hand. I'm just using it so I don't roll backwards. Was that 6? Oh dear. 7, whoo. 8, 9, we're going for 10 again. 10, you know what, let's do 12. Mainly because I've lost where I am and I'm really struggling to stay on top of this. 11 and 12. Okay, then you're gonna switch to the other side. All right. Let's see, maybe I can get my feet set up better on this side. Okay, both feet are on the mat. And actually, that does help. Okay, so here we go. Again, on your side, draping over, so you're gonna get a nice little stretch here, and then bring yourself up. Oh, that's definitely better, although I'm still a little off balance. 3, 4, 5, what are we doing, 12? Maybe I should just see how I feel. I'm going off of this all the way. 7, 8. Once again, you're not using this hand to push up. You're just using it to catch yourself when you fall. 3, 2. Okay, I was there. Now I'm slipping again. 1. Was that 12? Do one more just for fun. Okay. All right, then. One of the most fun things to do here is pike ups. So, I feel like I'm just going to get cut off showing you this, but I'm going to try to show you anyway. Okay, so you're going to be draped over this. Actually, I'm going to split this up into 2 things. Okay, so you'll be about here. And what you're going to do is use those abs to press your bottom up to the ceiling, just like that. We'll go for 8 of these. 2, 3. You notice I'm kind of interspersing 10 and 8, 12 and 8. Just because when we go to the core, I think we use this most of the time. You know me, I've already lost count. Oh, maybe one more. There we go. Okay, now the other fun thing you can do, since we are talking whole core here, is back on that ball. Again, find your center, and you're going to do super people, because I have men and women that watch this video. So from here, solid on your ball, lift it up, squeeze those shoulder blades, and drape back down. Up and back down. 2, no, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to mix these counts up a little bit for you. 9, one more, 10. Okay, last thing you need to do, we're going to be standing up again. So let me bump that camera up, keep that ball handy. Okay, so my ball tried to run away from me. All right, you can use the ball, you can use an EQ, you can use anything that has a little bit of weight in it. What I want you to do is take your feet, maybe not directly next to each other, but just a couple inches apart. Whatever it is you're going to be using for that heaviness or awkwardness, just take over your head. So I'm going to use the ball here, but again, feel free to use an EQ for this, or if you've got some light weights, cans, whatever. Take it off to one side and pull it back up. And again, off to one side and back up. So you might notice that I am actually pressing my hip out to the side while I reach this over. And that just gives me a really nice deep stretch in those obliques that I then have to use to pull back up again. I'm counting on my fingers this time, so that's 8. We're gonna go for 12. So 2 more. That's it. 1 more. Take it to the other side. Here we go. Again, hip goes out, reach that to the side. Really feel that stretch basically from feet to toe to fingers, but ideally, again, pressing that hip out, you're gonna feel it deep from hip to fingers. Really nice stretch. Shoulders should be feeling pretty good about now too, whatever you're holding up there. Obviously, if you've got a heavier weight, you're gonna feel it more. Your EQs weigh 8 pounds, unless you have the bigger ones. This ball is probably only about 4 pounds or so. One more. Beautiful. And finally, set that ball down. Just have a seat. Okay. Because from here, we can do a few different exercises. The reason that this ball sits at a desk is because I used to be a health coach and I'd sit there and make phone calls and do this all day. What am I doing? I'm working those obliques. Then you start to get bored with that and you start to roll forward and back. Crunch, release, crunch, release, crunch, release. You know what's really fun? Now forward the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward and back. Crunch. Now I'm actually going all the way back and getting a nice stretch. But because I've already worked these abs, you can, and they go the other way. 4, 3, 2. Because you've already worked everything, you can really feel this. Most of the time, if you just sit down to do this exercise, you're not necessarily going to feel those abs tighten right away. But, like I said, if you do this as kind of a conclusion to your workout, you'll know you've worked that core, those abs. I think that was it. Oh, one more. 3, 2, 1. Last 4. Crunch, release, crunch, release. One more. Okay, and then the very best thing you can do right here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see me, but I'm gonna lay back and just drape myself over this ball and enjoy this wonderful stretch. It feels so good, especially after working all those abs. A little bit of back, a little bit of shoulders. You can stay there, hold that stretch. I'm just gonna tell you, thank you so much for stopping by today. Work this out. If you wanna increase the reps, you can. If you like the reps I gave you, stick with that. If you're a beginner, definitely stick with what I gave you. You can drop it down a little bit if you're a beginner. Instead of bumping up to 12, start with 10. Take those 10s down to 8. I probably wouldn't do any less than 8 of anything though, because 8 is a really good starting number. Have fun. If you're still relaxing, you can stay there again. And if you're not and you're ready to go back to the rest of your day, enjoy your day. Thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends, and drop any other requests you might have down below. Thank you all. See you soon.